Hi everybody, Daniel here. It's about I think 2 a.m. 2:15 a.m. in Denmark. As I said in the last video, I'm a bit of a night owl, so this is when I feel most up to creating my videos. I've actually moved to my kitchen today because this is the best lighting in the house at this time of day, where I can record the videos without disturbing my wife, who's sleeping. So I had a little difficulty finding out what I wanted to talk about today, because I started making these videos because I wanted to share something, because Dave in Empower Network, they talked about blogging, and for some reason I don't feel like writing all that much, so I decided to make a video blog instead, and then I found out that Vic and Dave had issued the 90-day challenge, where you create a video blog every day for 90 days. So I figured, why not, since I've already started. So I was thinking what I should do today, because business-wise, it has been a really slow day. I haven't done much. I've been away from home most of the day, and just checked in a little bit and done a little. So it hasn't been much I've done. So I thought about it, and then I went to watch Vic Stress's new video, his video number 3, where he talks about the language of success and the language of failure. And then it just hit me that I had something I could share. I have something I can really really something that will help a lot of you, and that can change your life, because it has changed my life completely, and I'm baffled that I haven't thought about talking about it before, but it's just been so common in my life, even though it's so uncommon for everyone else. So I'm just gonna jump right to it and say that it's something called faster EFT. EFT stands for Emotional Freedom Technique, and it's an alternative treatment that I came across about 2 years ago, and it's nothing. It's not like anything you've ever seen before. It is so effective. It is so amazing. It's the best way I can describe it. And I want to share with you, because it can really change your life. It's not just a treatment for sicknesses or for disabilities or something like that. It can go in and help you do the things that Vic tells you, to change your mindset, change the way you look at things, be more assertive, be more happy, be more positive, be successful with yourself, and be the kind of person you want to be. Because it can go in, and it can, by using fast EFT, you can change your life. You can change the way you look at things. You can well, the best way I can describe it is to tell the story about how I came across it. I had a family member who was suffering from severe anxiety. She had so severe anxiety that just by thinking about her husband going to work at Monday, then at Friday she would have an anxiety attack, and he told that she could lie in bed for hours sometimes, having these severe panic attacks and anxiety attacks, and could tremble uncontrollably, and could shake, and couldn't even bear the thought of him leaving Monday and leaving her alone. She couldn't have a job. She couldn't have anything. At the end, her husband couldn't even have a job, because he had to stay at home and take care of her. And they had to live on government checks, and they couldn't do anything. And their situation was becoming so bad, and their financial situation, they couldn't do anything, and they were deep in debt, and it was horrible. And by chance, I came across fast EFT, and I started learning, and I immediately saw that there was something that could really be useful, something that could be done. And I started learning, I started using it, and I started implementing it on my sister, as it was, and using it on her, and it was amazing to see what it could do, and the reason it works so well, both on physical illnesses and psychological illnesses, as well as psychological programming or anything else, is because it uses the body's natural resource to go in and change your mindset, your your body, and the way your brain the way your brain operates, and how it handles information, it handles stimulations and all that. and the technique in fast EFT is that you use the nervous system, some of the same nervous points as the acupuncturists use, and you go in and you kind of like a psychologist who go in and find out why someone has a problem. If someone has a fear of spiders because they when they were 5 years old had been attacked by a spider or something, a psychologist go in and into the head and or talk to the person. Some way he finds out that this is the root, this is the reason for the trauma, and for the fear and for the phobia. But and he can give techniques, he can give lectures, he can do something about it in a way that you can eventually get over it. But using faster EFT, you can actually go in and reset the stimulations that your body reacted to, and the whole experience from that point. Because the way our body and our mind interprets those things is when you come across something unpleasant. It can be the same person who have a fear of spiders. When that person today see a spider, the body immediately goes into a kind of flight or fight response. It prepares. It goes into self-defense mode, and the adrenaline kicks in, and the lungs breathe deeply, and the heart goes pumping, and the whole body reacts to it. That's because the body goes back and remembers how it felt the first time, or the second time, or the third time. All these different times, the body reacts to the same way. And by using the nervous system, you can reset these past experiences so that the body doesn't feel it. And that's just part of the treatment, but it works so well on everything. And today, my sister, she doesn't work. She's not quite there yet, but she has no problem with her husband leaving for work. She can go to school, and actually that's kind of her work now, because in Denmark we have something called the government educational support, where you actually get paid to take an education, and she does that now. She's a year and a half into an education, which was impossible before, because she was afraid of the exams and she had anxiety to meet new people and all. But it's not a problem anymore, because it has changed so much. And actually, I've been studying it, and I have undergone an education in it. I'm not finished with that yet, because it's self-study, and I haven't finished it yet. But I've had patients. I've helped with eating disorders. I had a person with bulimia who I helped. She had bulimia in 10 years. I can't remember. She had been to a bulimia center, an eating disorder center, for an entire year, and it didn't help. She couldn't go out to eat. She had to throw up every time she ate something that she reacted to in a way, and almost every day she had such a reaction, and she had to throw up because she couldn't bear the thought of her gaining weight, and it was a horrible life for her. And it's completely gone now. She can go out with her husband to eat, and she can eat. I actually had a piece of cake in front of her, and in 45 minutes she could eat the cake. She didn't know what was in it, and that was before that. It was a really big fear for her that she didn't know what was in it. What if it had a lot of calories? What if it has a lot of sugar? And in 45 minutes she could eat the cake and didn't feel bad about it, didn't have the urge to throw up. And actually it took 2 sessions with me 45 minutes each. Maybe the first one was an hour and 15 minutes or something, but 2 sessions with fast EFT, and she could have a normal life. And it's so powerful in every way. You can learn to, you can use it to think positive. You can use it to be more positive. The way the Big Idea Mastermind works is that you have to be successful inside before you can be successful financially, and you can use fast EFT for this, and it's so powerful. And I really urge you to use some time studying it, because you can come so far with it. And the people I've helped, I really feel honored that I could help those people, and it really is something that you haven't seen before. It's something different. It's something that you didn't think was possible when you hear about it the first time. I had a patient who she had gone to me a couple of times before, and I had helped with some of her phobias and some of her illnesses and all that. And then she fell. She fell face first into the pavement. Was covered in blue, not scars, blue tissue damage around her eye. Her wrist was bruised very severely, and her ribs was bent, and she was in a lot of pain. Her doctor said that she could take some pills for it, but she had to take this much and not anymore, because it was strong pills, but it didn't really work the way she had hoped. She was still in pain. She'd gone to a therapist, a physical therapist, a chiropractor, or a physician or something like that. I can't remember. And she was still in pain. So she called me up, said, "Daniel, can you come out here and see if you can help me?" And when I left an hour later, she was still in pain if she touched her or used her wrist, or if she pressed on her ribs. But by just releasing all the emotions from the experiment, from the experience, when she fell, she felt so stupid falling in front of all those people on the street. It was a crowded street, one of the biggest cities in Denmark. She fell right in the middle of the street, and all those people saw her. They were friendly and they helped her, but she felt so ashamed. She felt so stupid. She felt so clumsy, and all those emotions just held the pain in her, and made her feel worse about herself. And the pain worsened every time she felt worse about herself. And by removing those, the pain got better. And after that, I just used some visualization skills along with the process of fast EFT to make her think that the pain was better, and then the pain got better. And it's so powerful, because the brain, if you can treat it correctly, and if you learn what fast EFT teaches, you can use it to program your brain for success, for failure, if that's what you want. You can use it to do pretty much whatever you want. I've used it with my voice. You have probably noticed that I speak too fast sometimes, and it has really been a problem in the past. If I should give an example, then I used to talk like this, and whenever I just talked so fast that no one could ever hear me, and this was the way I talked before, and I didn't think it was fast in my head, but no one could ever understand me, and they always had to ask what I was saying. And I've used it on myself. Granted, I've not used it as much as I should, but in my head, it's one of my least important issues, and there's something more important. So I haven't been giving it as much attention as I should. But I've used it to do that, remove all the shame I've experienced when my father made fun of me sometimes, and when my classmates made fun of me and all that. I've removed those, and just by removing those past experiences, it got a little better. And then I made a visualization in my head about me speaking fluently, speaking normally, speaking in a slower rate, and it worked little by little. And after I had gotten so far, and I thought this was good, then I moved on to other things. I hadn't got back to it, but I'm going to eventually. To show you how it works, you use 5 points on the body. and those points goes to those points affects the 5 different organs and 5 different areas in the body. And the reason is those areas, it's because of the fight or flight response I told you about earlier, where the body goes in self-defense mode, and it has to react to something dangerous, and it's the heart that pumps too quickly, and every time you panic, the heart pumps immediately. It's the kidneys, it's the the gallbladder and the bladder and those organs that make. Hey, it's my cat. I wanted to get up to see what I was doing. It's all those organs that makes the adrenaline pump and makes all the hormones make the body go into the self-defense mode. And it's the lungs who pumps air into the system. It's the stomach and the large intestine, small intestines, which all stops when the panic attacks or the dangerous situation comes, because the body needs resources, blood and oxygen to the rest of the body, to the arms and legs and all that. So then this area of the body pretty much stops working because that's not important right now. And it's those areas in the body that you go in and you affect by applying some stimulation to these points. And the points are here. I think it's the gallbladder, and here is the liver. I think this is the liver. I think this is the bladder maybe, and this is the stomach. This is the liver. I'm not sure about this, but it's these 5 points anyway. I know. And then you take your wrist, because there's some points in the hand, and you can cover them all by doing this. And it simply works by, if you have a problem, if you have something you want to change, if you want to be more successful but feel like you don't deserve success, or you can't achieve success, then feel the emotion that you can't do it, or that you feel that it's hard or something. Feel this resistance. If you have a fear of something, imagine the thing you are afraid of. If you have an illness, if you have pain, if there's anything, feel how you know you have a problem. That's the key. The stimulation of the points, it's the least important thing. The important thing is aiming at the problem. And if you aim at the problem the right way, and it can really help quickly and drastically. And the way you aim at it is to find out how you know you have the problem. How you can feel it, if you can feel it in your body, if you just know it, if you have an image in your head, if it makes you feel uncomfortable, anything. Notice how you know it, and just hold that emotion, hold that knowledge, hold that notion, how you know it. To track it, give it a number between 0 and 10. 0, I can't feel it at all. 10, it's really, really strong. And make it as high as possible. If it's a 0, if it's a 7, then focus on it, close your eyes, imagine all the times you felt that way, and maybe it can go up to a 10. The higher it gets, the easier it is to remove. Try doing that now, and if you need a moment, then pause the video and try finding something, and then try to do what I do. You take some fingers, I use these, it doesn't matter, and then gently tap on this point, and then just think about letting it go. I usually say, think about it like if you're holding the problem, really tight. You're holding the problem. Imagine it's some kind of glass sculpture or something. That's your problem. That's the thing you want to remove. Then think about you're letting it go. Just opening your hand. Nothing else but letting it go. And just think, let go. I'm letting it go. I'm releasing and let it go. It's okay to let it go. I'm safe. Take a deep breath at the end, and as you blow out, think about a peaceful place. Close your eyes. You can say the word peace. That's actually good, because then the body and the mind gets away from the problem, and you can go back and reevaluate it. That's the whole process of fast EFT. And It's just this. Tap, tap. Deep breath, peace. It sounds so simple, but if you try to do it, and you do it thoroughly, the first couple of times, maybe you feel it, maybe you don't, but keep on with it, because it always works. I haven't found anything it doesn't work on. It works on pain, it works on physical illnesses, it works on psychological illnesses, it works on my wife, she was allergic to milk about 2 years ago, and then I found Fast EFT and used it, and for the last year she's been drinking milk, she's been eating cheese, nothing. It's amazing what it does. So aim at the problem, aim at what you want to fix, and just tap, release and let it go. I let it go. It's safe to let it go. Just let it go. Peace. And that's the whole technique to it. And the thing you do here with Fast EFT is, first you remove the bad stuff. Imagine that you want to build a house. Then there's an old, ragged, wrecked house there. You can't just start building a new house. You can start modifying it, and if you keep modifying it and keep renovating it, it's gonna be like new eventually, and it's gonna be good eventually. But sometimes it's just easier to remove the whole old house and just build a new one. And that's the kind. If you always focus on doing something positive, like you learn in Big Idea Mastermind, then you can renovate the house. You can eventually. It requires hard work, and it requires a calendar or some kind of regular thing where you do it. Vic says do it for every day in 28 to 30 days, and then it will become a habit, and as it becomes a habit, it will change you eventually. But and that works, definitely works. Nothing wrong about that. But it will make it a little bit easier if you remove all the fear, all the doubt, all the negative things first, and then you can make the habit and start from fresh. And it's like that you first remove all the bad stuff, and after that you can use some visualization skills to see where you come, and use the nervous system to really put an incredible image in your head, and just make it so much more clearer, so much more faster, and so much more effective. It's incredible. So aim at the problem, tap, fear. Keep doing it until you feel a result, because you always will feel a result. If it doesn't change anything right now, it will change how you feel about it. And if you change how you look at the world will change eventually. So just keep doing it. I promise you will feel amazing results. And in the description box below, I'm going to put a link to the founders. Robert Smith is the one who developed Fast EFT, and I'm going to put a link in the description where you can visit his website, and you can there you can read more about it. You can see his YouTube channel on his website. He has more than I think he's up to 700 videos you can watch on YouTube for free, where you can learn about it. It's absolutely amazing how much he has done. You can buy some courses, you can buy training, you can even buy materials to become a Fast EFT practitioner, and it's amazing what he has in there. You can also buy treatments, what's it called, sessions. I've gotten a treatment over Skype from his son, Adam Smith, and it's highly recommendable. It's a little bit pricey, but it works. It definitely works. So going to the description, visit Robert's website if you need any more help. If you want some practical help or something, just put a comment in the box. Shoot me a message. Anything. I'm available for help. I'm available for sessions. I do a lot cheaper than Robert does and Adam, because I'm not really a practitioner yet. I'm not fully educated, but I can still help, and I want to help. And I always say the first time is always free. So just contact me if you want to, and we can do it over Skype. Just contact me if you want to ask something. I want to help. Again, the whole idea behind Big Idea Mastermind is helping each other, is working as a team, and just be positive and everything. I want to help. So this is what I think I could contribute with, and I really hope to get some response. Write what you think about it. Subscribe if you like my videos and anything, and just use it. I know it'll work. I know it will transform your life the way it has transformed mine. It's absolutely amazing to see what I've done in my life with it, and what I've helped others to do. I mentioned the one with bulimia, with the eating disorder. Actually, I've had several with eating disorders, and it has helped them all. Anxiety patients, I've had also a lot of people with, and it works. Fears, phobias. I've had also a close member of my family had chronic fatigue syndrome. He had been bedridden for 20 years. 20 years he had been bedridden, too tired to get up more than a few minutes a day. I'm not finished treating him, but he's gotten more energy. He's been able to get up more often. He already his life is transformed, but we're not finished. I'm completely sure I can get him up and walking and up and being as close to, if not normal, then close to normal. And the only reason I say that if not completely normal is because the reason for his chronic fatigue syndrome is he had a trauma and had removed some of his intestines, so his body doesn't work probably. But I'm sure that he can have a much better life than he has had the last 20 years, and it's absolutely amazing to see what it can do. So email me, message me, comment, anything. I want to help. So I hope you'll go to Robert's website and see more about it, and I hope you'll apply it and use it in your business, in your life, and in on your family and everything else. And I hope it can help you just a little bit, if not a lot. So thank you and bye.